We have a treadmill up here. I like to walk on the treadmill and watch TV, so it's nice to have the ceiling fan in here to get lots of air so I can cool down while I'm walking on the treadmill. We've been wanting to get a ceiling fan here for a while now to put over our treadmill. So luckily I got this ceiling fan sent to me to make a video about. The nice thing about this ceiling fan is it comes with a remote. Here's the remote here. You got all different kinds of speeds on here. You can go all the way up to number 6 there. It's got a beep on it if you want. So we're on number 3 right now. There's number 4. You can see that there. It's really starting to go. I can feel it all the way back here. There's number 5. Oh yeah, that feels nice. And now we'll go all the way up to number 6. Oh yeah, I can really feel that now. So yeah, this thing's pretty powerful. The remote's also got a light on and off here. You can turn the light on and off if you want. You can turn the beeps off then so that you don't hear the sound if the beep bothers you. Go back down to 3 there without any beeps. It also has a timer there. You can do a 4-hour timer, 8-hour timer, or a 1-hour timer. You got forward and reverse. We're on forward right now. In the summertime when it's still hot, you want to go counterclockwise is the direction there. And then in the wintertime, you can change it to the reverse there if you want to go the different direction. Then you also got a fan off right here. You can just turn the fan off if you want. And then you got an all off button there. You can just turn everything off if you want. So yeah, this fan feels great over here by the treadmill. I got it on the 6-speed and I can feel all that air coming down. This thing's pretty powerful. So yeah, I got it on the 6-speed. You can barely even see the fan blades are moving so fast. And that air feels great. And it seems really stable too. It doesn't look like it's moving or wobbling around or anything. And it's pretty quiet, but I can hear the air moving because it's really putting out a lot of air. This is a pretty big fan though, so make sure you have a big enough space for it. This is a big loft area where we have our treadmill, so a big fan like this is just perfect for up here. But if you're in a smaller room, this fan might be too big, especially with that number 6 setting. That thing's pretty powerful. You could put it in a little room though, but you're really not going to be able to take advantage of that high speed of that 6-speed. You're probably not going to want to run it more than the number 3 speed. But yeah, in the loft area like this, you can crank this thing up and it puts out a lot of air. Yeah, it's a pretty nice fan. And it's great that it comes with a remote too. All right, let me go ahead and show you everything that was in the box and how I put this fan together. What you do is you want to make sure you turn your power off. So I'm out here at the breaker and we're going to be working in the G room. So I got the breaker turned off there. I got the power off. I also have my switches marked here so I know they're off too. There's 2 switches that go to the light. I'm only going to be using one of them though because the wiring on here only has the 2 wires here. This one just has the line wire and the neutral wire, so I only need to use one of the wires. So I'll just have one switch, and I don't need to worry about controlling the lights because I got a remote here. It comes with a remote control, so I can control the lights with the remote. So that'll be nice. All right, so here's everything that we got in the box here. I got the control right here, the control panel, and the remote control, a little bag of hardware, and here's some screws right here. There's the motor. There's the motor right here. Those screws will go in there to hold the fan blades in place. There's the light assembly right there. Here's the light right here. There's the mount. This will go on the ceiling. And then this is the cover that'll cover that up. You got 2 different poles to choose from. I'm going to use the shorter one here. If you want to use the longer one, you just take all this stuff off here and put it on the longer pole. Here's the blades right here. The blades are real nice. You can see they're lightweight. They're like a nice sturdy plastic, a real hardy plastic there. So they're really light and they got a nice shape to them. We got 5 blades there. So there's 5 blades there. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and go through the assembly instructions. I'm gonna just put this up here so that I can assemble the blades on here. I like to keep some of the styrofoam handy so that I can mount the motor right there while I put all the blades on there. Okay, I got all the fan blades installed. That was pretty easy. You just put the screws in there, everything lines up. This has got a really nice modern look to it. Looks really sleek. I like the curves there to the fan blades. Okay, here's the light here. This part's a little bit confusing. We have a black wire here and we have a white wire here, and then we'll connect it here. This looks like a blue wire and a red wire. Just got those holes lined up there, and then screw in the light shade there. Got to put a little pressure down to get that screwed in there. Okay, so here we got our black wire and we got our white wire. White wire would be neutral, and then black wire would be the line wire. And then on here, we got a red and a blue. Typically in a light fixture, the blue would be your neutral. So we're just gonna go ahead and go with blue to white and with the red to black. If you had a clip on yours, it'd be a little bit simpler. You would just clip it together. But if yours comes like this is how I hooked it up. I went blue to white and I went black to red. This part can be a little bit precarious. You just have to push the wires up through the pole there, and then once you kind of push them around that, then you could pull them out. If you're having trouble getting them through there, you could take that pin out and then push your wires through and then put the pin back in. Putting the pin in can be a little bit precarious too, because you just have to push it through all the wires there. You kind of have to push it around the wires from this side here out to this side here, and then you put your pin in. Okay, so this is how it should look here. You got your pin in there, and then you got your 2 screws there, so just tighten all that up. And then you just put the cap down there, and this is how it should look. You got the cap here, and then you got your cover there to attach to the ceiling bracket. All right, there it is. It's got a really nice sleek look to it, and it's all white, so it's got a really nice look. It'll look really good up on the ceiling. All right, now I'm just gonna go ahead and hook up the bracket, and then I'll hang up the ceiling fan. I got the mount up here on the ceiling. I screwed it into the fan box there, and these are my house wires here. I got a red wire and a black wire. Those are my line wires that go to the switch. I'm just gonna cap off the red wire, and I'll use the black wire to connect to the ceiling fan, and then I got my white neutral wire, and then I got my copper ground wire here. I'll connect it to this wire there. And then here's the mount here. I can just put the ceiling fan mount right up into here and hold it into place while I do the wiring. I went ahead and connected this, so that's one less thing I have to do while I'm up on the ladder. We got that red and that blue wire connected to the red and the blue wire up here. And then the same thing here on this one. We got our yellow, pink, and white connected to our yellow, pink, and white there. So everything's all connected. And then here's our neutral wire, and here's our line wire, and they're labeled there too. That says ACNL, and then that says your ACNN for neutral. All right, so we can go ahead and take these things off here. That way we're all ready to go. Okay, go ahead and put this up there and just rest this in the box up there while I do the wiring. Okay, just rest that up in there. Now I can do the wiring. It's supported by the bracket there. Okay, so that's how it should look. I got my white to white and my black to black. You can see that's black back there when you look at it. And then I got these other wires tucked in here. I'm going to go ahead and tuck everything in there and then push this little box up in here. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and turn the power back on. Now we'll go check it out and make sure everything's working. And now I can turn the lights on and off and on my ceiling fan and control the speed and everything. So yeah, I changed the speed there to forward. So now I can feel the air all the way back here. Feels really nice. And then I got the holder set up there on the wall for the remote. So the remote's right there. So you could just walk in here and turn your light on and off if you want. So that's pretty nice. There's also a button there if you just want to turn the fan off. So yeah, this is a pretty nice fan, and it's great that it comes with a remote too.